Okay, so let's get into this. Has you, ever stopped to think that your coffee order, that quick decision you make every morning, might actually, well, say something about you?
It's a fun idea. Right.
Yeah. And today we're doing a deep dive into exactly that. We're
Mm,
looking at what psychologists have explored, the connections between coffee choices and personality based on the stuff you sent over.
exactly. And it's important to say up front, while psychologists have looked into this, using studies linking preferences and traits, there isn't like total agreement across the board.
Right. Okay. So not
There-
set in stone.
Not at all. Our mission here is really to pull out the specific ideas, the kind of surprising bits from the material, just to see what these coffee choices might hint at. Think tendencies, interesting correlations, not personality tests.
Gotcha. So subtle clues, maybe, rather than a definitive label. Okay. Where should we start? The classic
Hmm.
black coffee. The sources call them purists.
Purists, yeah. And it often seems to link up with a certain way of thinking. Well, this preference for just, pure coffee often seems to go hand in hand with valuing, like, directness, getting straight to the point.
Uh-huh.
They solve problems efficiently, aren't fussed by frills. The description that keeps coming up is straightforward, no nonsense. Minimalistic even.
Okay, I can kind of see that.
Hmm.
Getting right to the essence of the coffee, maybe the essence of the problem, too.
That's the idea, yeah. Cutting through the noise.
Interesting. But people are complicated, right? So let's swing the other way. What about latte drinkers? That feels like a totally different world.
It really does. And the sources often connect latte lovers with, well, comfort seeking.
Comfort seeking, okay.
Yeah, maybe more nurturing, agreeable traits. People who value warmth, harmony. You can almost picture the warm, creamy drink reflecting a desire for things to be smooth, soothing.
Like the drink itself is a comforting experience they're looking for.
Exactly. Less about making a bold statement, perhaps, and more about finding that kind of gentle, agreeable moment.
Right. And then iced coffee. You see people drinking it year-round now. There's something kind of bold about that, isn't there? Even in winter.
Definitely. And this one really taps into that idea of how we want to present ourselves, or maybe just how we feel.
Uh-huh.
The material often links iced coffee fans with being spontaneous, bold, definitely, open to trying new things.
Yeah, you'd have to be, wouldn't you? To grab an iced drink when it's freezing out.
Right. It suggests a certain readiness for adventure, maybe, a less conventional streak, a willingness to kind of break the mold a little.
Or saying, yeah, I'll try that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got these interesting sketches. The purist, the comfort seeker, the spontaneous one. But we need to circle back to that key point you made earlier.
Absolutely crucial.
This isn't destiny written in coffee grounds, is it?
Not at all. And the source material is really clear on this. It's fascinating, it's suggestive, but your coffee order doesn't lock down your entire personality. It's not definitive.
So what is it saying then, potentially?
It might just suggest how you want to feel in that particular moment, or maybe subconsciously the image you want to project. The source puts it perfectly, actually. Your coffee order doesn't define you, but it might say something about how you want to feel.
Ah, okay. How you want to feel. That's a really useful distinction. It's not who you are necessarily, but maybe who you aspire to be in that moment or the feeling you're chasing.
Precisely. It's about aspiration or momentary state, perhaps, rather than fixed identity.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So the big takeaway isn't about rigidly categorizing yourself or others based on coffee.
Definitely not. It's more of a fun thought experiment.
Right. So for everyone listening,
Mm-hmm.
maybe think about that. Beyond coffee, what other little daily choices, things that seem almost automatic, might be subtle hints? Hints about your identity, maybe your goals, or just how you want to show up in the world.
It's interesting to reflect on those small habits, isn't it? They might reveal more than we think.
Definitely something to ponder. Okay, that's all we have time for on this deep dive. We'll catch you on the next one.